Hey fellas, how's it going? Welcome back to the free-to-play series. Today we're gonna do some stuff we should have done on day one. So obviously the series, it's geared towards newer players, and when you first make an account, we have some easy gems we can knock out in achievements. Obviously, some color wins that they give you at the start. But what we're looking at right now is clear tutorial game 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 40 gems right there. And then the practice game with each of the leaders. So there's like 150 easy gems we can get off the start. So we're gonna go, we'll do the tutorial games first because you can actually just skip these and get them. And then I'm gonna talk about the tutorials. They're pretty bad. Yeah, I'm skipping this. That lets us get the gem still. See, the problem with the practice games, they teach some really bad habits, and we'll go over it when we're in them. I see a lot of new players jump into the game. They'll play the tutorial, they'll see how the AI plays, and they'll be like, oh, so that's how this game works, and then they end up getting dumpstered because they do incredibly dumb moves. So we'll get that out of the way. Alright, so first 4 tutorials out of the way. You could just skip those to get your gems. If you're brand new, I'd recommend at least looking at these ones because they do teach you how to play the game. I know how to play the game already, so there's no need. Now we're going to get into practice games. We can fight against every deck. Well, every starter deck. So we're gonna start at the bottom with starter queue, and we need to be on hard. And we're gonna use our Giblet deck, obviously. We are second player. I will change that. So there are a couple ways we could handle this. The AI isn't very good. We could just play crit cards and crit them down while taking out their board. I don't think there's really a need for that. And we got 10 of these to go through. So I'm probably just gonna dumpster the AI. Any dumb moves they make, I will point out, because I notice a lot of newer players, obviously they're gonna do the practice game. That just makes sense. But the AI typically makes some really bad moves, and then I see new players copy those moves. The one thing they do is they turbo awaken you, which you don't necessarily want to do that. See, part of the game, granted it's also leader dependent, you want to awaken as soon as you can, typically. I don't think I want to charge here because I want to clear the board. And I'm going to use my leader ability eventually to get that energy back. No, do I want to do that? No, because next turn I can go Shallot into Frieza. I'm thinking way too hard for this. Just charge Raditz. We'll swing a lead. Thought about swinging here, but I don't think it is gonna matter. I might be using Twist and Morality this turn. So this doesn't matter which one I take, because I'm gonna awaken. Oh. Well, that ain't the move. So here's another thing I want to point out. This is a 35 swing. Combo to 10 on that. This is a bad number, because a super combo just gets that. anytime you combo, you want to make it so that your opponent is using more cards. Like, you want to make it as awkward as you possibly can. This isn't that awkward, and in fact, I could also just use my extra card I have here. Yeah, you know what? We'll pop that while we have the energy open. It's gonna be way more. Like, we could have just used the super and kept it pushing, but we do have the energy open now. We might not have it later. Might as well use that extra card. So, I don't think I like the situation we're in. Okay, we're not gonna charge this turn. Just gonna swing here, get my card. We're gonna pop Twisted. Putting a little more effort into this than I have to. Alright, cool. Oh no, Gohan. See, this makes more sense. That's a 30, that's a 10, and a 5. Or I just pop the extra again. And now one thing that you're going to see happening, they got 5 cards in hand to our 12. They keep giving me somewhere to swing where I don't have to advance the game state. So I can leave them unawakened. This hit can't swing neutral into us. So we don't have to worry about it. You know what? This turn, we're probably gonna go Shallot into Frieza. So again, I don't necessarily want to advance the game state. Swing at lead. We'll go down to 5. 5 is probably safe. Again, it's also a tutorial game. I'm taking it a little more seriously than I should. Okay, we'll get Shallot out. That. We can now use our skill. I'm gonna play Frieza. So I am doing something here. Normally you wanna use what you have on board before using more energy. However, I'm gonna play the Frieza out here because he's a 0 combo card. I'm gonna swing him into the Gohan, and if he lets it go, I'm just gonna leave this standing because then he can't really interact with it, and it does have combo power, and there's no reason to swing it. I don't want to awaken the opponent here. And that will draw us a card. Alright, cool. You gonna let that go? No? Okay, now we swing Shallot. We're not gonna combo into it because we're gonna just get cards. So we're just slowly gonna bleed out their hand, and now they give it up. We're in a really good spot here. Problem is that 5 energy. The God Kamehameha? Sure, dude. So now they can't really do, like, okay. Oh, well, they awoken. So now they can swing at us for neutral. Okay, that was a maneuver. I'm just gonna use a super because we have like 2 of those I haven't used. Well, that thing they just did made no sense. They played at a 1 cost that doesn't really do anything besides punch, and it can't punch for neutral. And then they comboed it? Like, what? Why? For what reason? And that is like a maneuver that I would see people do, and I don't understand. Anyways, 4 cards in hand to our 12. Yeah, I think I'm gonna not take that, actually. So here's the thing with this leader. We can charge turtles? Do we need to charge here? Yeah, we need to charge here. So this leader's ability, when you attack a battle card, they can buff it by 5. Something you gotta be aware of, so you have to swing over their cards. This Krillin is 15, so it's not gonna matter in this case. I'm just gonna swing at the Krillin, keep the board clear, 4 cards in hand. You wanna defend it? No, didn't think so. And then we just keep doing what we've been doing. Build the board. I really like the Shallot into the Frieza. We can keep putting out pressure. They replace themselves. Next turn we could drop a Goku Black. Yeah, they're probably going to 2 here. Cool. In theory, we can just kill with the double striker next turn. Alright, a 4 cost Frieza, a 1 cost Tien, and a Roshi. So this was a big mistake that they just made. You don't do this. You use something on board, and then you play another card. You don't just exhaust all your energy immediately. And we're going to defend our board because we're in a much better position, 10 cards to 4. Okay. I'm going to take that because we're getting near the end of the game. And I'm rewarded with a super. Going to 3 is fine, you never want to go to 2. Do we want to charge? Do I need to play Goku Black? I don't need Goku Black here. So, first thing I'm going to do, leader swing. Twisted Morality. Could pop that. That would get rid of this. I want to swing into it, see if I get a card. No? Okay. So with that, we can now swing this, see if we get a card. Going to 1? Okay. So if they had comboed in that, we'd probably went with Turtles. Threw him down, went for the double. But now that they're at 1, we don't need that card. It makes more sense to go this route. Alright. Play out our Frieza again. I could add a card to hand if we were going per game, but I'm gonna be safe. Just gonna take a quick look in here. So what we're looking for is super combos. These cards. 4 of them in a deck. They're your best defensive card. When you combo with them, it adds 20k. Our opponent here has used none. So I'm assuming they have 4 of them, and I'm not going to combo in like my entire hand into a hit. What we will do, see, there's one. What we will do, though, is put a 5 on this, make it 40, so that it's a super combo and another card. Now we just win from this state. It's impossible to lose from here. Sure, dude. We're going for game next turn, so we're gonna take that. It's fine. Now, I could take this and be fine, because there's 2 cards left in hand, but generally, in this position, we don't want to go to 1, so I'm still going to play properly. Could charge here to get out Goku Black. Sure, why not? That's actually not a bad move. This will provide another attacker. And what we're gonna do now, because we're going for game this turn, this card is stronger. It's rested. This card can be used as a combo. It's 10k combo. Why would we leave this on board in this game state? We're gonna end the game this turn. You know what? Let's go for the leader animation. So that should... Oh wait, no, Kamehameha. I almost forgot. So here's one thing I'm gonna talk about. When you're going for game, you gotta consider what they could have in their hand. There's 2 supers in there now, so we know those could be 2 supers, which could be 60, where this would be fine. But there's 2 energy open, so you gotta be mindful of what kind of cards can be used there. In this case, 2 energy, that could be 2 Kamehamehas. That could be Glimpse. If it's Glimpse, they would be a... So what they could do here, they don't have it obviously, is they could use their leader ability, make this a 30, and then use Glimpse on their leader, and because they have a 30k on board, they'd get to draw a card from their discard. So this could actually be 65-75 if they do that. So the proper thing to do here is go 75. Alright, there's our first tutorial down. So we're done with all the practice games, and if we go to missions, we now have a whole bunch of gems to pick up. So we'll do that. 140 gems added to the collection. And now we have our dailies, which give 5 gems each. It's not that exciting, but like, if you look at them, you don't really need to do anything to get them. It's like deal damage to your opponent in a match, play a battle card, play 5 cards, combo 5 cards, use 2 extras. I guess this is not bad. 20 gems just for playing a game, essentially. And then there's some weekly stuff here. Use different leaders. But we still have the achievements. Like achieving bronze tier 4 for our first time. Just winning games. And of course, we do still have the use a leader. There's a lot of these things when you first start. This won't be the case once you clear these. After a certain point, you just stop getting these rewards. Alright fellas, I'm finished with all of the practice games. We've gotten all of the gems from them. My original intention was to show them all in this video, but it was 2 hours of games, and they're just the practice games. You've seen one, you've seen them all, it's just the leader switches. There's not much substance to showing that. So instead, I did play some event games while I was busy doing other stuff, so I couldn't record them. I have the replays though. So let's go through the replays with our free-to-play deck against actual players that know what they're doing and have brains instead of an AI that isn't very good. So this game was a mirror, which I hate playing mirrors, but it is what it is. Can't remember who went first, who went second. It's going to be awkward. It is not live commentary. I don't typically like doing replays and going over them. I'd rather give you my thoughts as I think them, because I don't remember every single move we made. But we're going second. Kind of important in this matchup. It will allow us to potentially play hit on our second turn after playing the Raditz. So we're going to charge, we're going to swing, see what we get. We get a super combo, no hit yet. I actually don't think I found him in this game, but we're going to put down the Raditz. Well, I didn't find him early, I think. And now we're just going to chill, leave Raditz there. He's very important for the mirror. He keeps our energy parallel or lower than our opponent. So here I'm hoping I'm going to get hit off of the life. Of course we don't. And I see him doing this. He's loading up his board with these 1 costs, and I'm just like, please give me hit, and I just outright win this game. And we don't find it. We get Twisted Morality instead. So we're just gonna have to do that. I was shocked he saved that. So I'm like, okay. He's not awakening this turn. We're gonna play out our Frieza, just cycle some cards. If he uses Twisted Morality, it's not a big deal. Work towards awakening. We're guaranteed awaken next turn, even if he doesn't swing into us. And he's awakening, playing out this blocker. But we now have less energy than him. So he's first to awaken, but we're gonna awaken at the same time. It doesn't really matter. And he's gonna go to 4 energy. So he comboed away that Raditz just so he could do this. And he goes with the Twisted Morality. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we're losing our board. That's fine. A lot of this matchup is how much you can clear board and keeping your energy below or on par with your opponent. So now we're awakened, and we're just going to immediately use Twisted Morality. And now I'm going to swing, look for hit, and he's not going to matter. So I'm like, okay, we're going to go back to 3 and probably play out our Golden Frieza. Unfortunately, we won't be getting the full benefit from him. We're at parallel on our energy. Drawing into another Golden Frieza is pretty good, though. So next turn, I can go Shallot Golden Frieza. And he goes down to 3. And we're about even on cards right now. 11 each. I have a card on board. And I see this, I'm like, oh, he's gonna go Shallot into Golden, isn't he? I'm fully expecting that. Now, he's messing up by putting his energy back ahead of ours. And I was surprised he played that. I was like, oh, okay, well, no Shallot into Frieza. I guess that's fine. We're going to defend this. And he leaves that standing. And we draw into Twisted Morality, so I'm like, you know what? Change of plans, Twisted Morality, just get rid of both of those. And now even with my leader ability, putting 2 energy back in, we're still below his energy threshold. So our cards can swing for their max value. Unfortunately, he's going to 5 next turn, so he's going to have access to Goku Black. And we're at least a turn away from responding. Drawing into that Broly's pretty cool, so we now have the option to Broly into Broly next turn, not charge. And he charges to 5, so immediately we know Goku Black is coming down. It's the only reason Giblet ever charges to 5 is when we're playing Goku Black. And he pops my cool looking one. Of course he would. He combos into that, but here's the thing. I'm not really afraid of taking this. This doesn't matter. We lose a 5k for it. Whereas we would have had to give up 2 cards, a super and another card. It was a fair exchange to just take that hit. And he plays out these 1 costs. Well, he's got 1, he's leaving an energy up. Again, his energy is below ours. We're just going to play hit and immediately pop that 1 cost. Sucks we have to ignore the Goku Black. I would really prefer getting rid of it. But we're going to be able to leave energy up, potentially, for our extra this turn. And his hand is starting to dwindle, where we have 11 cards. And we get an extra out. It's not going to be full power because his energy's higher than ours. Not that it matters because the numbers are swinging. And we just play hit. I want to keep the energy up for our extra. And we're going to pop that as soon as we can, where it makes sense. So my hope was he would swing this before playing anything, so that we could get full value out of this. And he plays out the turtles, which puts us to even energy. And at this point, I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that's kind of annoying, but he's also playing a bunch of stuff, so we are going to see what his full plan is here. And then he gets a Golden Frieza, draws another card. So he swings the Raditz, I combo out of it. He makes this a 40, so I'm doing the math now. I'm like, okay, let me pause this real quick. So this is a 30, this is a 0. So he's 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, because he's got 4 cards in hand. My combo power, I got 40 right here, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 105. So I know I'm living, is the point. And he had a dead card in hand, so he's only going up to 60. Arguably, I could have counted for instants as well, but I hadn't seen one yet. And card in hand is dead. The only thing as standing is a 0 combo. I just assume he's dead here, but we did charge to 5, so I could get Goku Black out. Alright, and that was our first game of the event today. So this game is against Green Vegeta. So it's a very similar matchup. We're both green aggro decks. Not a great opening hand. Although I do like that we have Cell. We are going to be using Cell this matchup. We need to ramp his False Moon into his energy before he can use his 3-cost Vegeta. So we're going to be holding Cell until we need him. We also need to be at a specific energy threshold for him. We charge Goku Black. We don't need 2. Not even sure if we're going to get to 1. I'm just going to play out the Raditz. Just leave him there. Hopefully he stays, because we will need his ability most likely when we play Cell. Now he's charged 2 moons, which means he keeps drawing them. He's going to play out the 3rd. Very high chance if we ramp that away from him, he just doesn't have it anymore. We're gonna wait one more turn. And we're probably just gonna play out a golden. Just cycle a card, play something in the field that replaces itself. I could awaken here, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not swinging. He's gonna swing into me, most likely. We might as well let him do the work for us. He plays out Raditz. He plays out Nappa. He ramps with the Nappa. So now he does have higher energy than us. And he has awakened. And I'm gonna admit it gets a little rough here for us for a minute. So we just take that. It's whatever. The reason I didn't defend that is because he might have just stopped swinging right there. Granted, our entire deck is Self-Awakeners, but if he stopped swinging right there, it would have made my next turn kind of awkward for us. Because the plan right now is Shallot into Cell into his ability to bring us back down. So that I can Cell ramp the Artificial Moon. And he plays out that Vegeta. Now this Vegeta needs the field to use its ability. So I'm like, okay, great. Now we get rid of the Moon. He can't play out his double next turn. We have the plan. So we charge to 4, just to get rid of that Raditz. Play out the Shallot. And we're both decks that need to keep our board. So I'm going to use my current position to swing into his board. Our energy is lower than his, so we got the boost from this. I'm thinking, okay, great. Let's just punch his battle cards. And then he uses the instant. And I saw that instant, and I was like, aw, shit, I can't use Cell now. Because the sequence in here was leader ability, 3 energy, play out Cell, then use Raditz to go back to 3. So we have to deviate from the plan. We use Twisted Morality. We just get rid of Nappa and Vegeta. And he's given up his hand to protect this Raditz. I thought about using our Raditz. I decided not to. I did not want to go to 2 energy. Because I'm looking at his energy threshold. There's a chance we need to use Goku Black real soon. We have 2 cells, so I can combo 1 away. And I do not want to go to 3, because this is a very explosive matchup. He could just make a board out of nowhere. And I'm expecting this to be another Vegeta. Thankfully, it's not. He doesn't have the other Vegeta. He has to grab it back with this. So we have another turn where we don't have to worry about it. Now we're going to 3, because I know he's playing the Vegeta. And then he doesn't play the Vegeta, he plays this out instead. And I'm like, oh. I thought he was going to block with it. Instead, he swings it. So I'm like, okay, we'll use our extra while we have it. And he's back at 4. So we draw into a Broly, no charge, we need to be at 3. I'm gonna play Cell right now. I'm like, you know what? I'm just getting rid of this while we can. No more field. He is at 5 energy. He could just hard cast the double strike at this point. Which, does he have it? He does, spoilers. He's got 2 of them. Assuming he charges, he could hard cast it, but then that would be his entire turn. We're just gonna ask for cards from him. I'm gonna swing to that blocker. I'd rather he not exist. Down to 5 cards in hand. Gonna use leader ability. Probably play out baby if I remember right. Yes, because we're gonna cycle out the golden. At this point in the game, we value combo power way more. And I think about swinging the Raditz, but I'm thinking I need to get Goku Black next turn because he's going to play out the double this turn. And then he doesn't charge. So I'm like, okay. We don't need the double. And then I see him start taking life, so I'm like, okay. Secret Rare Goku is coming out. He did not have it the whole time. So I don't know what the plan was there. I think he didn't realize that this needed the field. But I'm expecting him to play 3-cost double striker at this point. So we defend as much as we can. I thought I was dead here, honestly. I thought for sure he was dropping the secret rare. And I'm waiting to see what he does with his leader ability. Plays out the Vegeta, so I'm like, okay, that could mean he's hoping for the ape double, which would be a misplay. And I see him combo 1, so we just get out of that real quick. And he swings this Nappa. Buffs it to 25. I'm thinking, okay, yes, he does have the double. I can block that, but then I can't block Murray. And then he plays this out. And I'm like, okay. Out of curiosity, had I not blocked that, no, we still would have been fine. 1 card in hand, whatever we draw has to be charged. It's a super combo. Alright. We're playing out Goku Black. He's gonna pop the Murray. That also buffs our battle cards. Swing Goku Black for crit. He takes it, and I go with the leader. We go for the animation. He could have blocked this, but he didn't because animation. And there's our game versus Green Vegeta. And we have a game I played against androids. I think this matchup can be easy. We can swarm the board very quickly early game. And our starting hand ain't bad. Unfortunately, we're going first, which I don't like going first in a green matchup, but it is what it is. Gonna get down Raditz. Just work towards awakening. The sooner we awaken, the sooner we can pressure. And I see that King Kai, and I'm very confused. Upped in the energy here. I'm like, okay. So I thought maybe this might not be a completed deck, and then I see this move, the Android into the 4-cost. So I'm like, okay, let's see how this plays out. I swing in. Obviously, he's going to defend. That needs to go to the drop for androids to do android things. I'm a little upset because I wanted to use hit to get rid of that eventually. Wouldn't have been able to do this turn regardless, because had I played hit and then used Raditz, I'd still be equal energy and it would not pop the 1-cost. But hey, we're awakened and it's androids, so he isn't really going to be doing anything this turn. Playing out lab, that's it. Okay, not a big deal. Can't use it this turn. Thought about playing Cell to ramp that and decided against it. Just throughout the game I was thinking, should I just ramp that with Cell? I could have done that this turn if I played Cell, used Raditz's ability, and then my lead ability, and not put an energy in my energy area, but then I'd be at 1 energy. So we did not do that. And I play him out, I'm like, okay, this is androids, they're not doing anything for 3 energy, I can afford to just have him chill there. And then we'll lead ability, get an energy back, I can hold up this if I need it. I have 2 of them. I'm just thinking about Nappa right now. And he uses the lab. He can still Nappa, but he does nothing instead. So I'm like, oh, okay, no Nappa? Sure. Well, I guess that was a waste of time. We play out the Shallot. Dumpster 2 energy, draw a card, get an energy back, and now we just start swinging. I got all these freezes. I am thinking about using this, but with 2 freezes, we might as well keep pushing advantage. This man just defends so much. I still have the option to play the Broly. So we punch with this. We could deviate from the plan. But we go into the Frieza. And we make our energy lower than his. And swing in the Raditz. He defends it. So we pass. I'm like, he's going to 6 energy. I don't want to deal with it. I think this was a mistake. I should have just kept pushing. That's where my big weakness is. I'm a little too passive of a player. I didn't want to deal with his 30 leader swing. Obviously, when awaken, 6 energy. He's plus 10. Unfortunately, he's going to do android things now, and I'm not defending that. I'm like, whatever. Yep, you can have Raditz. He plays out for 2 costs, swings into hit. We're keeping hit alive, though. So, next turn, I have a suspicion I'm going to need Goku Black. So, Twisted Morality doesn't help us. We're going to swing in. That's a very good card to pick up. And he still defends like crazy. Finally, we got him awakened. I see he's got 2 energy open, so I'm expecting an EDB at some point. I'm expecting we're going to have to deal with a 9-cost SCR coming down. He's just got nothing but defense in his hand right now. Yep, there's the EDB, so he's going to 9 next turn. Did he have the 9 right now? He did. Okay. So I don't want to give up my energy. We're going to play out the Shallot. Swing it in. Of course, he had all his super combos right now. If we had one more turn, he would have been dead. But we don't get there because of the EDB. I decide it's now or never. I'm fully expecting the 9 cost to come down. So I do that. That will also pop this, so he can't get a draw off of it. And he's got 3 cards in hand, so I'm like, okay, we're about to lose our board. He's got 3 cards in hand. It's not the worst situation that we're in. We can stabilize after this. I'm fully expecting to have to give up a super and an extra. So we just take this. I'm also thinking of our SCR. I thought about taking this and going to 2, because even if he does play the SCR, he's got 3 more cards in hand. And then this was wild, so he goes back to 5, which is awful for us. But he didn't swing that. He left it. So I now have these 2 extras, and I'm just sitting there like, why would you not swing that? He's still defending. 2 cards left in hand. And I'm like, alright, bet. Goku Black coming down. Just get rid of that for you. Swing this in for crit. Does it go through? Yes, it does. He's got 2 cards in hand. Leader ability. I need to probably play Goku Black again, is my thought. I'm expecting him to respond with another big card. Even though he's only got 3 cards in hand, I'm expecting some nonsense to come down. Don't really want to take that. Use the super. I'm just sitting here thinking if he plays another 9 cost, this is absolutely over. But then he plays out this, and I am very happy that that's his move. He just intends to block with that. Well, I got news for you, buddy. That's not how this is going to happen. I don't expect him to block this, so I throw that in. He gives up a card for it, because he's thinking he's just going to block our Goku Black swing. But I'm going to respond with another Goku Black, just get that out of the way. And we swing that in. He's got his last super. I swear he's played like 6 of them this game. It feels like he's played way more than he has. And then he has Meteor. This deck is very defense. It's just pure defense. It's wild. So I'm like, okay, we're not getting through this turn. Gotta get ready to Goku Black again. Just being ready in case we draw into it. We just take this. He's got 3 cards in hand. Do I even still have a Goku Black? Yeah, we still have 2. So he pops one of our Goku Blacks. And I see him exhausting his energy, so I'm like, oh, we have a chance to kill here. And he swings that at my face, and I'm looking at my defense. We have 2 of these. So I'm not really afraid of this. I also wanted him to swing at me and not worry about this. Although this would have been easier to defend, but I also wanted him to like combo all in on that. Alright, so he plays that. I see a way to win here, so I swing in my lead. He gives up his last super for it. And we swing Goku Black. He blocks with it. Picks up a 10k, so I know he can be at 30. And I'm like, oh, GG, we have the win. First, we play Turtles. And that is now a double striker. It's a 30, so he can't block this. And we go back to 3. Play out our secret rare. And we just dump all of it. He gives it up right here. I don't know what his hand was. Oh, he wasn't getting there. Okay, now we have a game against Super Boo, and I'm getting ready to quit because I've just been skipping Boo, full disclosure. But I see it's Super Boo, not Kid Boo, so I'm like, okay, this might actually be manageable. So we stick around for it. The thing is, I can put out just as much pressure as he can, potentially. So I'm not super afraid of Super Boo. Kid Boo is more of a problem. Kid Boo is like impossible to deal with. So as far as the event goes, if I've been running into them, I've just been skipping them. And he just plays out this little fella. He's searching for that, and I saw that, so I'm like, okay, cool. We're gonna be discarding stuff. Luckily, Bobbity isn't really around anymore, so we don't have to worry about it too much. We just drop hit. Just leave him there. No swinging. Not needed. I'm expecting him to rest it and then combo in, and that's exactly what Man does. But that means he isn't really doing anything this turn. He just plays out another fella and draws into the buff Boo. So I'm aware of that, and we have to deal with him eventually. Really hoping we find Twisted Morality. Decide to awaken. I'm like, you know what? I think I'd be cool with having 4 energy. And we get 2 golden freezes. And then we go to 4. And I play O Baby and I swing Baby because I want to put him to 5. Because I'd want to convince him to play a Self-Awakener instead of playing a good card. Like him playing Janemba here to Self-Awaken wouldn't be a huge deal. It's better than him putting down that buff Boo, which he just charged. He puts this down instead. It is a Self-Awakener. And then he gets to switch a card to rest mode, and then he gets to KO it, and he swings. So I see that, and I'm like, that's not really all that threatening. He awakened wrong, but he doesn't have a way to trigger his leader ability anyway, so it doesn't matter. And we're absolutely going to defend that. And we do charge to 5. I want to play out Goku Black, because it is some pressure that's going to be on the board. He has a lot more cards in hand than we do right now. I'm surprised he's not using these off the board to combo. I guess he wants to hold those for his leader ability, which makes sense. What he doesn't know is I'm not going to let him do that. Actually, I think I do. I can't get hit to work this turn, so just they get to stick around. We get rid of that. Honestly, probably a bad use of Goku Black, but it got a super out of him, and it's something substantial on board he has to worry about. I'm just trying to push him down to 2 as soon as I can. Because the boos don't really run a lot of combo. If I can get him to 2, we can throw this out and probably annihilate him, especially with these. And he wants to get rid of my Goku Black, so he throws his double striker into it, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Pops one of his things to make us discard. I'm like, that's whatever. Get rid of Raditz. He restands in energy. And he punches at us. I just take it. 5 cards in hand. Kinda can't afford to leave that. Then he plays this evil itself, discards a card. He's gone down 2. He's KO'd our board though. Have to pop that, unfortunately. Wanted to save those, but it is what it is. I do not have another Goku Black, so we have no need to charge this turn. We get another super out of him. And we're gonna pop the Twisted Morality, clear everything minus the double striker. Not really afraid of the single double strike because we have a super and this. He does get to restand in energy, so we swing into him with our lead before doing anything. He takes it, so we pop our lead ability. Go to 4 and play out hit, because he's going to go to 5 this turn. So our energy is forever going to be lower than his. We now have full access to our abilities. And he does not want to go to 2. Swings at us. I gotta give up the turtles. He did nothing. I forgot that that happened. Hold on, let me stop for a minute. What's in his hand? He could have played out another double. Like, why did you do nothing, dude? You could have played a double into this. I don't know why. That's, okay, now let me look at this real quick. So he plays out the double. Plays out this. Switch a card to rest mode. You switch this to rest. You swing that, you pop it. I have to block that. And then there's 2 double strikers on board. That would have been better than just doing nothing. So that's wild. Anyway, we throw the crit in, and he does not use the super combo he had for whatever reason. So I'm there, and I'm like, okay. Swing lead, get Raditz, just the card we needed. So we're gonna swing hit first. I want to go to 2. I'm not committed to it yet. So we're gonna play out Raditz. We're not taking a life. I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay. If this gets through, I can still play hit, take a life, leader ability, get out my double striker. So that's what we do. We play out hit. We take the life. leader ability. And double striker. And this is one of those situations, I didn't bother doing the math on it. It was either this wins or we lose next turn. There was no way around it, and we got through. And this game was against Red Cell, gonna be honest. I don't really remember this one all that much. Problem with today, I don't have much time to play anymore, so we have to do the replays. I've done good commentating them so far, though, so yeah. It's also good practice for when I have to commentate tournaments. Anyways, we're going first. It's not preferable. I don't want to play the Raditz because I know he's just going to play Android 18, which will immediately destroy our Raditz. And he plays out the Android 18, which would have immediately destroyed our Raditz. He just swings into us. I'm like, okay. I don't mind that. I get a second Raditz, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to play both these Raditzes. We'll be able to awaken next turn. If he destroys both of these, it's whatever. Then he's not doing anything next turn. And then there's potential I draw into hit and just destroy his board. I'm looking for him right now. Take a life, is it hit? No? Okay. Take a life. Is it hit? No? Okay. But we have the Broly into Broly next turn. So whether he awakens us or not, we have the guaranteed awakening off of this. Our only issue is we have nothing in drop. And we hit a golden Frieza. Do I play that out? No, I play that out. I decide to wait, because we're probably taking some hits this turn. So I'll have stuff in our drop for my leader ability. We just swing in that Raditz. It's probably going to kill that this turn. It's not really a big deal. And we leave him at 5. And he plays this, he cycles a card, he discards an Android 18, draws 2, uses self-destruct. There goes our golden Frieza. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then he swings that into Raditz, which was weird, because he could have just swung one of these. It's whatever. And I'm looking at the situation we have here, and I'm thinking, okay. We can go to 4. I'm just going to swing at this, and we'll see what happens here. Play out the Shallot. Unfortunately, he's at 3 energy. The marker does not count, so our Shallot is not gonna be as strong. But then that's why we got Raditz here. So we swing in Raditz. He lets that go. The Wii Leader ability. Only go to 2 energy, because I'm going to play out hit. And we pop his board. I'd rather he not have those. All that being said, it's a little late. He's at 5 with marker, so he can play out an 18 into a 4 cost. Didn't awaken here, which was weird. I just assume he wanted another draw. So that tells me he wasn't planning to do anything substantial. Yep, he's just gonna do that. I'm like, okay. 3 Cell Juniors coming down. That's going to get rid of our Raditz. Don't care. Don't need them. And he's going to go after our Shallot. And he awakens wrong anyways, despite defending. So no draw for him. He needed to swing, then awaken. We just take this. We get rewarded. Super combo. And I had a feeling he was just going to go for our board with that. So we give up a 10. No big deal. And we charge hit. And I want to see if we can knock him to 2. And we might just be doing that. But now we got this Shallot swing coming in. If I knock him to 2, I'm like, okay, let's play Golden Frieza and see what happens with him. It also draws us a card. I'm setting up for next turn now. I don't care about this going in for damage. He gives us a card for it. That's what I care about, because the follow-up is going to be this. Now we just chill. We could have played this and cycled out this Golden Frieza. And I saw that and I was like, oh, okay. You're going to clear board. I don't care. I don't need it anymore. And then he does this. I'm like, oh, okay. If he wants to combo into all of these swings, I'm perfectly fine letting that happen. That's what he does. He just destroys the board, which we don't need. And he's tapped out his energy. So that was a terrible move. He shouldn't have done this until he swung everything else. Because now I know what's going on. I use the super here. I'm not taking that. I could have probably taken that safely. But I am still worried about Cell Juniors. Does he have any, out of curiosity? No, he's got a whole lot of nothing. So I'm at 2. I charge, swing in, get another card, kind of hoping to get another one of these. Or another card I can combo. Actually, I wouldn't have been able to use 3 of these. So never mind. I do that to lower our energy. I'm aware we can't put energy in, but I need to be lower. I'm at 4, he's at 5. I now get full value out of these. And I don't think he's getting out of that. 145. He had 70. And we have a nice little bonus here. I ran into this guy in the event. He was on Ginyu. He ran out the timer after I made him rage quit because I played the matchup correctly. Who would have thought that that would have happened? So against Ginyu, his board is important. You only swing at his board, you focus his board, he runs out of cards, and then he dies. So right away, we charge the turtles, and then we chill. I don't want to play anything. And he immediately pops marker to get down this field. Cards you play off of this come in rested, so I'm going to have a place to swing where I don't have to swing at him. So he pops that, plays out this Ginyu, which does search a card, gets him a Raccoon. So I charge a Cell, probably don't need him here. We're going to play out our hit, start awakening. Swing into that, put a combo into it. Just Raditz, why not? He combos into it as well. And we swing into it again. Combos again. 4 cards in hand. He swings his lead into us, which is a mistake. He should be punching this. But I guess I awaken regardless, in theory, if I have the 3-cost Giblet. So he gets to cycle a card. And he swings everything into this, and I'm going to defend it. I have twice as many cards as him, and he's given me places to swing where I don't have to advance his game state. If we clear this board, we just outright win at this point. He doesn't have enough cards in hand. As long as we focus his board and chip him down, we can win this easily from this position. So this turn, I'm looking at it, no charge. We need to play Raditz. So I need to get to 1 energy to pop this. So we activate Raditz first. We swing into that. And then this is where he just held me hostage for 15 minutes. Yeah, that wasn't very fun. Alright fellas, for the sake of disclosure, the game on the very bottom was the last game we played last time I played. And this is our record from today. So I didn't just cherry pick wins to show you guys. We only won all our games today. All of our losses were against Kid Buu, 0 turns. I immediately left when I ran into them because it is a very hard matchup for our Giblet deck. This card is an absolute menace to deal with. We need a card called a Warm Greeting to deal with this. Well, technically our 3-cost Cell could also deal with this card, but it's very awkward to use in that situation where a Warm Greeting we can just pop whenever we want. It doesn't have an energy requirement, unlike Cell. So yeah, we did pretty good today. I saw Kid Buu. I ran away from Kid Buu. Every other game we played. Even Evil Buu. Evil Buu isn't as bad as Kid Buu, because Kid Buu can stun your stuff as well as set up all these blockers that are annoying and hard to deal with. Anyways, as far as our tickets, I will show off our loot for the day. Unfortunately, I did not record that because I wasn't planning on showing the event games. Yeah, so we had 4 of these trunks. Still not a single Zeno, which is the card I'm hunting for in the first place. No androids yet. 3 blue power awakenings, which is more than enough. Typically, you only run 2 of these. Maybe 3. We have 3. I'll probably get the 4th one before I get a single Zeno, honestly. And we got 2 Urasas, which, sure, I don't plan on playing Ripku, because I hate the deck. Anyways, that is gonna be it today. I apologize for the replays instead of the live gameplay. I'd rather play games and give my thoughts as they're happening, as opposed to doing post-commentary on the replays, but hey, it's something different, so you could let me know which one you prefer. Unfortunately, I would just play more games live, but I don't have the time to do that today, unfortunately. So, it is what it is. This is where we're leaving. Next time, hopefully, we will play ranked and I'll actually advance the account. The event being time sensitive doesn't really help us with that. I kind of really need those Zenos. Still need to get all those cards on my main account too, and I only got 4 days left where I can feasibly grind the event. So, yeah, that's gonna be that. Anyways, thanks for watching once again. Until next time, take care, and see y'all later.